So our bedrooms get really dirty. It's because we sleep in them and spend a lot of time in them, and our skin cells create a lot of dust and dirt. But don't worry, I've got you covered. I'm gonna show you exactly how to clean it in just 9 easy steps. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do when you're deep cleaning your bedroom is kind of go through and get rid of all of the clothing. I feel like clothing just ends up all over the room, so go ahead and put anything that's dirty in the laundry basket or in the laundry, anything that's clean, go ahead and put it in your closet. My clothing just migrates into my bedroom and then stays there for a while. So go ahead and clean up all of the clothing that you see, and that's step 1. Okay, next is going to be starting up high. So think about the ceilings, if you have a fan in your room, if you've got tops of windows, tops of paintings or pictures, cobwebs. So just kind of go around the room and do everything up high. The reason is we're gonna be cleaning from top to bottom, and dust and everything is gonna fall to the floor. So you definitely wanna start at the top so that you don't have to re-clean anything. If you've got curtains, you can take those off. You can maybe shake those out outside. You can wash them. I like to sometimes vacuum my curtains. If you've got blinds, you can also clean those. Next, we're gonna move on to our surfaces. So what I like to do is just take everything off of all of the surfaces. I've got so much surface clutter in my bedroom. It's just with the kids and all of the things, everything just ends up on our dressers. So I go ahead and I just put everything on top of the bed. I find that to be the easiest thing because our bed takes up a big part of our room, and it's just this big surface that I can go ahead and put all our things onto. At this point, you want to get rid of any dishes or garbage or anything you have that doesn't belong there, and get that out of the room. Okay, I also like to, at this point, use some Windex and a microfiber cloth and go ahead and shine up all of the glass surfaces. And you guys have got any mirrors. I have lots of mirrors in my bedrooms. You've got paintings or pictures. So any glass surfaces, I just like to use good old Windex and some microfiber and get those nice and clean. And then now we're gonna start dusting these surfaces. I like to use a microfiber cloth. Actually though, before I do that, I start with this duster. And I just have this fresh, clean duster on here. I know that some of the dust is gonna fall to the floor, but I don't care because I'm gonna be vacuuming the whole floor soon. And I dust before I actually clean because there's so much dust, as I mentioned, in the bedroom, and you really just wanna get that dust off before you try to clean anything. So after you remove the dust, I go in with a wood polish. I only use the wood polish maybe once or twice a year. What I find with the wood polish is it's got this waxy substance in it, and it actually repels dust really well. So I do like to use it from time to time. I polish all of our wood, and I don't just stop on the horizontal surfaces. I also like to polish the vertical surfaces. Dust doesn't gather there as much, but it still looks nice when you clean it, and it looks better if you can kind of dust your entire dresser and all of the surfaces. And then I also clean lamps and anything that's big that also has a tendency to gather dust. If you've got a lamp in your room, you can go ahead and clean the lampshade with, I like to use either a vacuum cleaner attachment. You can also use a lint roller, works really well. So there's just a variety of ways you can do it, but the lampshades, if they're fabric, they definitely collect a lot of dust. Okay, next I'm gonna put everything that I took off of the dressers and surfaces back onto the dresser. But I am gonna kind of go through everything and only put the things back on the dresser that I want to keep and that belongs there. I'm kind of gonna use this time to go through everything and get rid of things that I don't need or don't want on the dresser. My idea here is I wanna make everything look nice on the dresser, but then I also wanna free up the bed because that's gonna be the next bed. I like to just remove everything and launder everything. I feel like if you're gonna be doing a whole big deep clean on your bedroom, you might as well launder your comforter and your sheets and your pillows. So just take everything off and go ahead and toss it in the laundry. And what you can do is you can actually vacuum your mattress if you've got the vacuum cleaner up here already, so you might as well go ahead and do it. And another thing that they recommend is to rotate your mattress. So if you want to just do that maybe once or twice a year, I think that's a good thing to do. It helps keep your mattress in good sort of shape, and it also helps it last longer. Okay, next we're gonna move on to the vacuuming because we've kind of done the top, worked our way down to I think that if you have got a hardwood floors like I do, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to move your furniture away from the wall. If you have a carpet, it's gonna be a lot harder, a maybe a little bit harder. It all depends. So kind of just do your best. But I like to pull my furniture away from the wall and then just vacuum behind it. I even vacuum the furniture itself. Even though these are, again, like vertical surfaces, the dust just seems to totally stick onto the furniture. Sometimes I even vacuum the walls. I notice if I haven't cleaned behind furniture in a while, even the wall itself gets dusty. I think the dust just gets trapped kind of behind the furniture and the walls. Keep everything clean. It only takes a few minutes to vacuum behind everything. I know it's a bigger lift to move everything, but getting all that dust out of your room is really important because you're sleeping in your room. You want fresh, dust-free air that you're breathing all night long in there. Also, we'll go in with my microfiber cloth and just kind of use it to clean the bed itself and the backs of the furniture, things that you can't see, and just continue to get all of the dust out. Dust is really the biggest problem when you're thinking about a bedroom. And then finally, we're gonna move on to mopping. I like to use this mop with the microfiber head. And the way that I do the mop is, again, I go around the room from top to bottom and I actually mop my walls. I think that the walls, again, just get really dusty. I just kind of work, again, from top to bottom. I will also use the mop to clean the baseboards. I do vacuum the baseboards as I go around the room, but then I also use the mop on them to just really get all of the grime off. And then I move to the floor. And as I'm mopping, I do the entire floor and then I just kind of mop myself right out of the room. Okay, and now you're nearing the finish line. So now it's just all about the final touches. Wipe down anything else that you might have missed, put your bedding back on, just freshen up the room. And at this point, I also like to put in some essential oil. I feel like when the room looks really clean and then it smells clean, it just gives you this good, clean feeling. So I do that. And then your room is going to look as good as new. That's my cleaning for your room. If you're feeling motivated, then I've also got videos on how to speed clean your bathroom and how to speed clean your kitchen. So go ahead and check those out. Let me know in the comments below which room in the house is your favorite room to clean. I actually really like cleaning my bedroom since I spend so much time in here. And I think it's just like rewarding because you can kind of visually see how clean it looks. And it usually stays that way for at least several months. Thanks for watching, and I would love if you would give my channel a subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you next time.